Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Birta, and for this week, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna shoot something each and every day of the week and show you the result. I have planned out the whole week with different looks of what is called Haunted Cottagecore or even Goblincore. What does that mean? If you look at the cottagecore aesthetic, it's the dream-like world of just living in a cottage, and you have to care for animals, and you're kind of one with the world, and it's just kind of dream-like thing. And what I want to do for this week is I want to look into the haunted side, the dark side, the undergrowth and the underbelly of what people usually like leave out of this dreamy scenario. So it's like this raw part of this aesthetic, which is it's kind of alongside, but it's like the dark side nobody wants to talk about. People have used bones and horns and anything from like snails and frogs and mushrooms, and it's kind of just appreciating the beauty in what is not normally looked at as beautiful. Look at these. They're not alive anymore, but I like them. It's kind of like the alternative dark side to the cottagecore thing. I've heard people talk about cottagecore, dark fairy core, haunted cottagecore, goblincore, mushroom core, all those core things that you need. I've planned, instead of dressing like this each and every day, is to do a photo shoot every day of the week with a different outfit, different thing. So it's more maybe photography related than me going out in an outfit and not doing so much. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have planned to get some guests in that I'm not gonna tell you about. I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very excited. And yeah, let's go. I want to start with something that's kind of in between, that's more modern clothing wise, but the concept is gonna be very foresty, earthy, whatever. You might be thinking what this thing is, and I'm trying to find a way to mount these horns on my head. I have used this sweater before for photo shoots and I really, really like it. These are actually eye holes. It's for something like this. I just have a very, oh God. So I usually just use one eye when I'm photographing it. This sweater is actually not sold anymore, as far as I understand. It's by an Icelandic designer called Tanya. I photographed this series that she made. I have pants as well, and I just really like them. I want to do a little bit of red eyeshadow underneath my eyes, but that's going to be like the only color, and it's going to make me look tired and a little bit haunted and ghostly. So if we place it here, maybe a little bit closer to the front, I mean, this is something, right? And then we get the, oh, this is kind of cool, actually. Oh, but they're moving. I found this beautiful place. I've been here before, but this is just one of my favorite places, and it's inside of Reykjavik. So I want to try here, see if this works for what I want to do, and if not, I'll move on and go somewhere else. I found a way to make them sit on my head, although I can't move a lot, and I have to bend down like this. So doing squats while I'm at this. I already shot the photos and I think I'm happy with them. I think so. I feel like this is more where the wild things are, kind of a more, I don't know, this is not too dark, but I did take some photos that I can make look pretty dark, pretty cool. I'm gonna pop these off. and yeah, head on back home. This bird really wants me to leave. I'm sorry, birdie. I'm sorry. Hello. Did I stop when I said I was going to stop? No. Did I keep going? Yes. Did I put some of this dirt in my face? Yep. And my hands. I'm super clean right now. I'm happy about this. I'm very happy. Apart from me putting dirt in my face, I just kind of got into the moment of it. I wanted to mention, I feel like people are so strange with posing, and to me it's all about movement, especially when you're trying to make something look a little bit witchy, which in this outfit, this case, I definitely am. So I kind of want to convey a feeling rather than just a pose. So I do all of these sort of stuff, and also because of the feeling of this, I have a low shutter speed, which creates a little bit of movement in and kind of underlines everything I'm doing. So when I'm shooting, I'm usually just like this, look at the photo, look what's working, try to keep it not too close to my face, because that both creates a shadow and you want to create angles with your body. So that's a quick posing guide as well. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, but this is cool. I think this is cool. You got your horns back. So pretty. Thank you. This is nice. This is a... Okay. Let's do something simpler tomorrow. Okay? Okay. It's time for another look, and this time I drew inspiration from Rowena from Supernatural. She's just a tiny little witch with so much personality. I love her red hair, and she always had those beautiful dresses and kind of nice outfits on. So I wanted to draw inspiration from that and be very elegant with red hair. The wig that I chose does not have the bangs that she has, and I will be getting some very interesting models with me on the shoot later tonight. I have an event to go to first, so I'm gonna get ready and take you with me to this event. This is the finished look. The wig would have needed a little bit of a wash before now, so it's a little bit tangly, but that's okay because I gotta run. I don't think I really mentioned the event that I'm going to. So it's a release or premiere for a documentary that I shot a year ago in 2020, and it's finally out. I gotta go, I gotta run. So pop this on, pop this. Really breaking the color scheme, but here we go. So I'm back in the car, and this was just very interesting. This is about the...
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here because I described it so horribly in the video. The film is about one of the hardest hitting strikes to ever take place in Iceland, and that happened in 1955.
I really don't know where you should try to find this film if you're not in Iceland. Otherwise, it's in theaters for a short period of time. So if you're interested in Icelandic history, definitely go check it out. I love to see the fashion as well. Like, I'm so used to seeing 30s to the 50s, 60s even. Everything is, I feel like everything I see fashion-wise is either from Europe. I mean, Iceland is part of Europe, but mainland Europe, or the UK, or America, or the United States. So I thought it was very interesting to actually see what the fashion was like, and people queuing up and just being very excited when there were ships arriving here in 55, because that meant they were bringing in stuff from Paris, like beautiful dresses and stuff like that. So that's something I find very interesting to just learn about and actually see the footage, and it was so nice. I'm just gonna go home and meet my mystery guests. So I'm home after a few good tunes in the car, and I have my secret model with me. This is Linda. She's a giant African land snail. She is kind of amazing. You can feel like a just big muscle moving up. Oh, hello. In I don't know what way, but she kind of reminds me of the behavior is kind of bunny-like. We also have Kári. He's here just with the collages, just waiting, just chilling away. But I'm gonna take photos with Linda. So I'm done taking photos with Linda here. Kári is just chilling away, so we're just gonna let him rest. Just want to say bye-bye. I'm gonna take a couple of photos of just her with some flowers, but she's a natural model, this one. She's very good with the camera. And she's also so cute. Bye, Linda. I really want to do something different. I've been interested in a technique called wetplate photography, or wetplate collodion, I think is the correct term. It's from the 1800s. It's like a giant thing where you actually take your photograph on a plate of glass, and it's coated with these chemicals, and the shutter speed is very slow and low, and the f-stop is very ginormous, which gives you more often than not a very shallow depth of field, which makes them a little bit dreamlike because they're blurred, but where they are sharp, they're kind of super sharp. So what I want to do, and what I've been wanting to do for a long time, is to try and recreate that in camera. Because I can use Photoshop to do it. It's definitely not the same, and if you're a purist, then you should skip over this segment of the video. But I really want to do something, and I think most of the time the photos, to me at least, they kind of look haunting in a way. Not to get too technical with this, the chemicals used when you develop a wet plate photograph, it usually like draws out everything on the red color spectrum. So if I were to wear red lipstick, red hair, red eyeshadow, that would be almost black, or at least be very dark. And anything to do with blue gets lighter. So if you see people with blue eyes, they usually get like very, very vividly strange eyes, because the blue is kind of drawn up and made lighter, and everything red is taken down and made darker. I'm gonna clear off my makeup and just have my natural skin, because I kind of like the blemishes and imperfections, and I actually might add more freckles to my face. I mean, I know this is maybe not too much of a Haunted Cottagecore or Goblincore or whatever, but I feel like it fits into the theme, because it's a little bit haunting. At least I'm gonna try to make them look a little bit haunted. I know this is probably not the most inspired look outfit wise, but I just want to make the wet plate technique, and I tried a couple of different outfits. I ended up looking like Emil í Kattholti. If you're Norwegian, you know what I mean. I look completely like him right now. I also got some photos with Kári, and honestly, I have no idea how this will turn out. My face is red and has been turning red for most of the shoot. Maybe I should have just kept my makeup on. I don't know. We will see how this turns out. I don't know how deep I will delve into the editing process of this, but if you're interested, I can also jump on a live stream and show you how I do it. Just let me know if you're interested, comment down below. I'd love to hear it and do it with you sometime. But I don't think I'm just gonna pop the photos in here, show you the results, and we're moving on. Det är så heitt! The plan was to do this for all 7 days of the week. One photo shoot for every day of the week. I had a little bit of a sore throat when I started out, and I just figured that would calm down and I would get better, but I got a lot worse, so I couldn't really go and shoot anything more because I was just feeling like shit and coughing. I also can't go outside because we are getting the leftovers of a hurricane, so the weather is really not good. So I'm gonna do one more shoot in this theme, try to keep it creepy, and I will probably have to pick this up another time, which I'm up for that. I just really want to do this right now. I have a couple of flowers that are dying, so I think I might use those since I have them laying around. Here are my roses. I have some lilies in the kitchen, so I will get that, and I'm just gonna try, see how everything comes together. I ended up with makeup. Maybe this is not makeup, but I ended up with paint on my face. I'm so warm. I gotta lay down. I'll wrap this up somehow. Let's look at the photos though. Took some with the lilies, some with this outfit and without makeup and just the finger painty thing. I think it turned out a-okay. I think it was nice. Some of them were good, and they will be even better once they're edited, so that's a plus. I managed a whole 4 days of shooting, and I'm still a little bit sick. I feel way better though. My voice is kind of coming back. I sounded like Satan for a moment, and I've been having coughing fits, which is always great. What I want to do is, obviously I showed you everything I did, but I want to do this again sometime, so definitely let me know. I know this was very chaotic because I went into this with kind of no plan, and everything kind of fell apart when I got sick. I had plans to do a shoot with a frog as well. She's so cute. Her name is Hoppy. So I'm gonna postpone that until next time, and definitely let me know if you have any other ideas that you want to see me do when I do this. I usually don't talk about this, but I really want to try and get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. So feel free to share this, comment, like, dislike, whatever, engage to help me with that goal. I think I'll just sum everything up here at the end. The first idea was to have these horns out in the woods. It was still very bright when I went out, so I feel like kind of missed the mark, but I still got some cool photos like this one, which is like, I don't have any eyes, or I do have eyes, they're just white. I don't know, that's kind of cool and witchy to me. The next one was the Snail Shoot, and that was absolutely my favorite thing to do. I don't know if I managed to capture that well enough while recording and having a live animal with me. I'll take that experience with me to the next thing I'll do, and definitely work from that. And just let me know if you want to see something less chaotic. I'll try to manage myself a little bit. Looking back on the photos, I definitely am feeling more like Fiona from Shrek, or whatever her name is from Brave, with the red hair and green dress, but I still love it very much. I mean, Shrek is some kind of Goblincore, I guess, so I'm happy if I get into Shrek territory. The Wetplate collodion photos, I don't know if they fit into this kind of thing. I really like them though, and I love that we actually did a test. Okay, I'm not gonna get too technical, but we did test with different gels in front of the lights, which are like color gels to change the color of the light. And I did some tests to show how that does affect the skin and how that affects everything when doing this, when working with this kind of a technique. So that was very interesting to see, even though I knew what everything would do and I could do it in like Photoshop, just add a filter, then do whatever. It was nice to have the practical knowledge of it, to just have done it, have seen it, how it works, how that affects the skin if you're doing black and white. The last photo was when I was still very, very sick. I ended very, very, very sweaty and didn't feel very good after the shoot. So it's maybe not the most inspired thing. I just kind of threw everything at the wall. The lilies were dying, or they were dead, but they were dying even more. I got some cool photos out of it though. Would I do it again? No. How I would end up feeling after the shoot? No, probably not. But it's still kind of cool. I will have to pick this up because I really want to do something with like mushrooms and like doing something more witchy, because this photo shoot is actually based on photos I took a year ago now, I think, where I'm like a sexy witch, and I kind of wanted to do stuff like that as well, and thematically also put in the like undergrowth and Goblincore and all this yucky stuff that people usually don't appreciate, and I do. All right, I'm on a tangent now, so I'm gonna let you move on with your day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Vá, hvað þú ert sæt, ertu að grínast? Wow.